Alright, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Sorry, it's been a few days since I have been live. As stated in Discord, I'm about to start a new job, so I've began the formal proceedings of getting ready for that, filling out the paperwork, reading all of their company guidelines and procedures, and studying up on all that material and getting all that all set to go. So my apologies, it's been quite a busy week so far, and already having issues with Streamlabs when even getting the stream up and going, Streamlabs just completely froze up, and then I got an error that was like, Streamlabs encountered an unexpected error. We will now exit. Okay, I guess that's happening. So I had to restart the stream again with a new link, and everything seems to be working fine now. As far as the simulator goes, last stream, as you guys may have noticed, the stream or the simulator just wasn't behaving at all. It didn't matter what we were doing. The stream just froze up twice. 2 consecutive flights just would not work out for us no matter what we did. What I ended up doing is I completely uninstalled the PMDG 737, both the 800 and the 700, completely. Absolutely completely uninstalled them and reinstalled them. So fresh installations. And I completely uninstalled all the liveries as well. Every one that I have in there, I completely got rid of. Just because maybe they're outdated, and that could be what's causing it. I mean, I have no idea. So I took those completely out and reinstalled this one, the only one that I'm using currently. And I did a test flight yesterday, not only in this airplane, but I did one in the CRJ 900 as well, because we have that coming up on the schedule. I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. It's not scheduled yet on YouTube. I'll be scheduling it today. And we had no freezes or crash to desktops with either of those flights. So everything should be good in regards to that. Really hoping that we aren't going to have any issues moving forward today. Currently sitting in Chicago at Midway International Airport. You can see Chicago in the background there, looking rather lovely. The airplane's completely cold and dark. There's nothing that we need to do. Well, there's a lot that we need to do, actually. We need to go inside, get the airplane powered up, get the FMC all set up and ready to go, get our flight plan entered in, and get GSX going, get the passengers loaded, get their luggage on board, and get these flights started and ready to go. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that I did have a NVIDIA graphics update, the driver update that I had to install. And that came about 2 days after our unfortunate stream that kept freezing and messing up on us. That was a few days afterwards I got the notification that my graphics card drivers needed updating. So, hoping that will kind of cure a lot of the aggravation that we were having with the simulator in general. Farmer, what's going on, my man? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Been a couple days. But yeah, everything seems to be going okay now. FSRealistic disconnected on its own. Lovely. But yeah, so hopefully we'll have some good luck with the airplane today. Doing the original planned flights that we wanted to do last stream. So today we are going Midway to Nashville, or Chicago to Nashville, Nashville to New Orleans, and New Orleans to Tampa. So hopefully we'll be able to get these flights done today. You know, given the fact that OBS gave me immediate problems as soon as I started the live stream and my intro video froze up. I could still hear the music, the live countdown was still going, but I couldn't switch anything. Like, it wouldn't let me click on anything, and right after, you know, we all get the aggravated clickies, right? When nothing's working, you start slamming on that left mouse button, and then it just froze up, and I got, you know, Streamlabs encountered an unknown error and will now exit. And it's like, oh, all right. That's cool. But everything seems to be going now. Anyway, enough rambling on my part with all the issues I've been having. Let's jump inside the flight deck here and get everything ready to go. Aircraft is completely cold and dark. First thing we're going to do is come up to the overhead panel here. Oh, come on. What is going on? Overhead panel, please. Huh. My overhead views aren't working. It's interesting. Oh, boy. Already. It's starting. Have to remake my overhead view here because for whatever reason it's not working. Not sure what the deal is with that. Bear with me. There we go. Awesome. Alright, first thing we need to do is get our battery turned on. Looking good there. We get our emergency exit lights on. Make sure our navigation lights are on and steady, which they are. We will come over here to ground power now and get that connected. Alright, everything is coming to life. Let's get our standby power switch down there. We will get our chime on for the seat for the no smoking sign. And everything is looking good so far. We will get our IRSs to nav as well. Up top there. Looking wonderful. Okay. Let's come on down here and wait for all of our systems to come alive here. First, we can come down here and go to the FMC. And we will put in pause in it, position in it, and get that all set. There we go. Okay. Let's come over here to our menu. Let's get our fuel and everything we need loaded up here. Remember, as always, you can follow this flight on Volanta, everybody. It is up and running on Volanta, so you can go see it. 13,501 pounds of fuel coming with us today. And as far as payload is concerned, we have an all-economy class configuration here of the airplane. And our zero fuel weight is 119,910. So 119.9. Gives us 141 passengers, so not quite full. A couple of empty seats going on there. That's absolutely fine. Okay, we have that all set up and ready to go. We can get our route input started. But before we go any farther, we need to get the boarding process started with GSX. So we will just request boarding, and that will all get going for us. Lovely. Let's come down here, back to the FMC, and let's get our FMC programming started. So, we are going, obviously, KMDW for Chicago Midway, and we are going KBNA for Nashville. Alright, awesome. Our flight number is WN126, if I remember correctly. Yep, WN126. And we are going out on runway 22 left here in Chicago Midway. Okay. Over to our next page.
Pilot's boarding starting.
We are going direct to CMSY or SimSky. CM Mike CMSky. From there, we are going direct to Karen. This is all pretty much the same exact route that we were meant to take the other day. Direct to Sybil, or Sybil. From Sybil, heading to PXV. From PXV, we are going to Guma, or Guma. From Guma, we are going to go right to the arrival. Okay, that's looking good. Let's come over here to our departure and our arrivals. Like I said, we are going out on runway 22 left. It is a direct departure, so nothing we need to do here. As far as the arrival goes, we are going in on 2 center. We'll take the ILS in, and we are going to go in using the Ryman 2, which is right there, via the Guma transition. Okay, that's looking all set to go. Come back over here to our route. We need to wait a little bit for our IRSs to align, just so we can see our... Well, I guess we don't necessarily have to do that. We can do it via our legs page here and just step through each one of these and make sure that everything is looking good. Make sure we don't have any weird loop-de-loops or discontinuities or anything that we may need to take care of. Speaking of which, there's one. It's just a vector. Get rid of that.
Your crew has boarded.
Okay.
Passengers boarding starting.
Let's just look through everything again. Alright. I'm happy for that. We'll activate it and we'll execute it in. That is good to go. Okay. Get this off of plan. We will now continue with our perf init. Our zero fuel weight on the airplane today, like we said, is 119.9, so 119,910. Oops. There we go. Our reserve fuel is 2.2. Our cost index is 23. Our cruising altitude is 360. Our cruise wind is 268 at 012. Alright, looking good. Come over here to our N1 limit. Selected temperature, we're going to go 50. We will do a derated departure here. Actually, nah, we'll do a regular departure and a derated climb. That should be fine. Over here to our takeoff, we'll go flaps to 5 degrees. Get our V speeds entered in. We need to get our CG percentage here. Spanish Brow, Joel, welcome, my friend.
How are you? I'm doing good.
If you're asking me if I speak Spanish, I do not. I understand it a lot better than I can speak it, but I do not speak Spanish, unfortunately, my friend. My apologies. We'll come over here to our weight and balance, and let's get that all set up, shall we? Looking at 17.9%. Barry, what's up, man? Oh, you can? Really? Oh, look at that. I didn't know that. Thanks, Barry. Thank you. Well, let's get 6.65 put in the trim value here. That should be good right about there. Close enough for government work. Okay, this is all set and ready to go now. Position and it's looking good. Okay. So, let's get our autopilot all set up now, shall we? Using the old system here, seeming as I felt like this was more fitting as far as equipment goes if we are going to be flying a classic paint scheme of Southwest, such as this one. Going up to 360. Our runway heading is 227 degrees. Let's get that plugged in. Go V2 plus 10. Grab that here. 145. There we go. Alright. Let's get the auto throttle on here. Get our flight directors armed. Brakes will come to RTO. Okay. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Come down here, we will get our TCAS all set up as well. There we go. Let's get our APU started, shall we? And get our seatbelt signs to auto, seeming as people are really starting to board the airplane now. Get our left aft fuel pump on here. And let's get the APU started. Alive it comes. Alright. Remember, everybody, if you are new here and you are enjoying the stream, please consider becoming a subscriber. Would really, really greatly appreciate that. As well as if you are enjoying the content, enjoying this lovely airplane out here. Look at that, huh? With Chicago in the background. If you are enjoying yourselves so far, please hit that like button, as well as consider becoming a subscriber. Would really, really greatly appreciate that. We have a subscriber goal of 750 subscribers, everybody. That's our next milestone that we would like to hit. Once that milestone is reached, we will be doing a subscriber long-haul special like we usually do for our milestones, and this time around it will be a group flight, so keep that in mind. And you all guys can all join with me wherever we go, so looking forward to that one. Once we hit 750, everybody, that will be happening. Also, you can join the Discord by putting !Discord in the chat also, and you will be able to get up to date with all my streams. The schedule has been kind of wacky lately just because I'm starting a new day job shortly, so you know. Hey, Lay the House, what's up, man? I have to search all day for a translator on Google to be able to see your direct pity that I don't have for a PC. Yeah, man. Apologies. Like I said, I wish I could communicate easier, but who needs a job? Unfortunately, I do. Just still got to keep the day job, unfortunately. Maybe if I get famous or make it big with my streams, maybe I can do this full time, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah, everybody, please, if you wouldn't mind, do MB a favor and hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying yourselves so far. Would really greatly appreciate that, as well as turn on notifications, and your name will pop up right here if you have your subscriptions off of private and public. You'll get a little shout out right up here in the corner and get your name popping. So please, everybody, get us up to 750. Would really greatly appreciate that. All right, let's get inside the flight deck here and continue with everything. Coming up top, get this set to APU gen. We get our APU generators on as well. Here we go, get our APU bleeds on, get our packs on. Okay, looking wonderful. So you bought a wheel and a whole driving sim setup? Nice. Yeah, man, you know, I was just talking about that when we were playing Truck Sim the other day. It's kind of like, do I want to invest the cash right now into getting a setup like that? And I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure. If I do, I think it just might be a basic little setup. I don't think it'll be anything crazy. You know, you see for Truck Sim, they have the big old 18-speed shifters with high and low, and the panel for your trailer brakes and your truck brakes, and I'm just like, holy moly, that's absolutely insane. You can drive a big rig fully simulated in the comfort of your own home, and that to me is just absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. But hey, man, that's what makes it fun. And same thing, you can say the same about Flight Simulator with my throttle quadrant here and everything, you know, it's absolutely crazy. Alright, we're going up to 36,000 feet. Get an older G25, they're the same as the new ones, really. $36,000 feet on the cruising altitude, and our landing altitude in Nashville is 599, so we'll just round that up to 600. Okay, that's looking good. Hydraulic pumps will stay off for now. Pro Peats will stay off for now until we are ready to push. Alright, the airplane is pretty much all ready to go here. We just gotta wait for our passengers to finish boarding, and then we can get on out of here and head to Nashville, everybody, by way of Chicago Midway. Put your Instagram in the description. Yeah, you know, I did have my Instagram floating out there, but I wasn't really getting too many hits on it. That, and I post personal stuff on there, so not that I don't want you guys to know anything about my personal life, it's just I'm thinking I need to make a separate Instagram handle or kind of learn how to use it better before I start putting it out there again. Like, honestly, I don't know what the difference is other than the look of the wheel. That's probably the only difference, to be completely honest with you. You know, I have that same theory when it comes to the Logitech flight sticks and all of their products. I just kind of feel like they're kind of all the same stuff, the same internal mechanisms, just with a different face. Okay. Everybody hit that like button. Do me a big old favor, man. And then hit that subscribe button as well. We have 21 people watching currently at the moment. Holy Toledo. Alright. How many more passengers do we have left aboard here? GSX should give me a notification. 51. Okay, we're going to speed this up a little bit just so we can get the bleep out of here. More buttons equals more better. Yep. You got it. Just go into our GSX settings, come over here to our timings, and put the passengers up to very dense so they will start boarding faster for us. So FSLTL is being kind of weird. This airplane has been sitting here for quite a while, even since before I started the stream. So we are going to, we're going to reset the traffic injection, just because I feel like that's kind of weird. So we are resetting that. There we go. I just don't like the fact that that airplane had been sitting there for nearly 20 minutes now. If it pops up there again, then maybe it's just there in real life and it's broken, or something's going on. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. We can get back in the flight deck now. We need to do a couple of PMDG things. Come over here. We can get the... Oops. We can get the ground power released. Don't need that anymore. Been playing way too much ATS. Yeah, it's a fun game, isn't it? It's addicting. You know, people will be like, well, how is a game like that so addicting? It looks boring. All you do is drive. And it's just like, yeah, man, that's kind of part of the fun of it. You know, like I mentioned, like, I know me here as a flight simulator fan just in general. I've always been an avid fan and just obsessed ever since I was a little kid, ever since I can remember, just being obsessed with heavy machinery and big vehicles. Tractor trailers, 18-wheelers, you know, backhoes, excavators, bulldozers, dump trucks, trash trucks, school buses, anything that was diesel powered, big heavy machinery. I just always loved, and then airplanes came later, not until, you know, I was in middle school almost, was when my infatuation for aviation came in and kind of took over everything. But yeah, I mean, ships, boats, trains, like anything like that, I just really took a liking to. And you'd think after all that, right, I'd be a mechanic, a diesel mechanic, a pilot, a train conductor, a truck driver, anything like that. But no, I settled with the office insurance administration lifestyle, so... but it, you know, it's a good job, and it's will always be around. So same thing with truck drivers, and same thing with pilots and train conductors, and all those professions will always be needed. So you ever played PMDG? You know, I haven't. I've seen I've seen Jeff Faviango, if I'm saying his name correctly. I always mess up the pronunciation of his name, just like I'm sure many do mine. I've seen him play Beam plenty of times, and let me tell you, those videos are hilarious. I love when they crash, and yeah, man, that's a riot. But I haven't played it personally. Looks pretty fun, though. Everybody, subscribe button. Do me a favor. It takes 2 seconds. It's free. Subscribe button and like button would really appreciate that. We're looking for 750 on the subscriber count, everybody. 750. 750. Getting closer and closer. We're up to 691. 691. It's getting real, folks. We're getting close. Got your reel already? And the stand comes later today along with your third monitor. Nice. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially the multiplayer mod. It just looks like a lot of ruckus and just a lot of craziness. That's what it looks like. Okay, we are almost done with our passengers getting boarded here, folks, so we will be ready to go. One thing I also wanted to mention is, look what we have going on today, folks. I have it set up. Let's hold on a second. Gotta get myself straight here. There we go. That's started, and then hit this. All right, there we go. I have brought the head tracking over to Microsoft Flight Simulator, so we will be using this not so much on engine start or anything like that, but during departure and landing, we will definitely be using the head tracking today. But for now, just let me get ourselves positioned here, and we will stop it. There we go. Once we start taxiing, I will put it on. Hey J Flyer, what's up, my man? GSX having issues with the Phoenix Extreme hot brakes. Are you using a GSX? I am. I don't have the Phoenix, so I haven't experienced anything like that, but I'll definitely keep an eye out for PMDG and see if it's getting any problems. You're starting a gaming channel as well. This one's strictly sports betting content. Nice. There you go. Yeah, I couldn't only imagine running 2 channels, man. Alright, let's get our fuel pumps on and ready to go. We will get our probe heats on as well. We will get our hydraulic pumps on also. And it's telling me that we need to close the door. It just looks like they didn't do that for us. Go, close the door. And let's ask GSX to begin pushback. And then we will also come over here and get our wheel chocks removed. Easy when you work from home? Yeah, man, I used to work from home every day for nearly 2 years when COVID first started, so I didn't start doing this until, you know, only a couple of months ago, so, you know, ready for pushback. All right, let's watch this. But look at that classic paint job, man. November 726 SW Sierra Whiskey is the tail number on our airplane. Remember, this can be followed on Volanta as well, everybody. If you have Volanta and want to follow along the flight, you definitely can. Feel free. I won't be mad. I won't be upset. I worked in an office through COVID, transitioned to work from home in May, and I will never go back. Really. You see, it was opposite. As soon as when COVID first really started spreading, I was on vacation. I was in Florida. I wasn't even home. So luckily I was able to get home. They didn't shut down domestic travel or anything like that, thankfully. And when I got home, I was surprised to hear from colleagues that working from home was starting already. And by the time I got there, all my stuff was taken off my desk. My desk was scavenged. People took my mouse pad, my keyboard, just like pretty much anything that was left on my desk, people took to take to work from home. So that was fun. That was a weird couple days when all that first started happening. That was a weird few days. Getting used to working from home too was kind of weird. It kind of felt like I shouldn't have been there. It kind of felt like I should have been, you know, somewhere else. It just felt kind of weird. All right, we're pushing back and to the right.
Release parking brakes.
All right, let's get going, everybody. Releasing our parking brake.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, 2 coming on. Start valve open. N2 rotation. N1 starting to rotate. All right. Oil pressure rising. All right, 25% N2. We will engage fuel flow. We'll pop over the wing and have a listen. Khaled, what's up, man? What part of Florida? Lakeland. I do taxes. My schedule didn't change. Nice. Yeah, I'm in insurance administration, so. Alright, sounds like we have a good start of engine number 2. Let's wait for our start valve to close. There it is. Get engine number 1 up and going. Start valve open. N2 rotation and 1 rotation. Oil pressure starting to rise. Alright. 25%. Engage fuel flow and pop over to the wing.
Set parking brakes.
Alright, sounds like we have a good start of engine number 1. We will set the parking brakes for these guys.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
We do have a good engine start, so we will let them know.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Alright, let's head up top here, get our engine generators on. Get our packs back on. Isolation valve will come up into auto. APU bleed will come off. APU will come off. Anti-collision lights will come on. Taxi lights will come on. We get this over to Gen 1. Everything is looking good. Alright. Let's come over to our wing view and let's get a look at our flight controls test. Alright, we can get flaps down to 5 degrees.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Everybody, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button on this stream for me. I would really, really greatly appreciate that. And if you are new here and you are enjoying the stream, please consider becoming a subscriber. Would really, really greatly appreciate that as well. Our next goal is to get up to 750 subscribers, so any subscription helps, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everybody who has subscribed so far. Really greatly appreciate that. Thank you to all my wonderful donors as well, helping out with getting different add-ons. We had about $45 worth of donations since we've started the channel, and of that $45, I put a lot of that towards the Aerosoft CRJ, which took a lot of the burden of buying that airplane off my shoulders. So thank you so much, everybody. Really, really greatly appreciate that. All donations go right into making the channel better. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Your mom owns an insurance agency, so I get it. Yeah, man. It's a busy field, but it's also very rewarding. Hard work and staying persistent in the insurance industry is very, very rewarding indeed. Alright, she is walking away. Looks like we have another 737 in front of us by Southwest getting into position to depart. And I think we are all set, so let's get our parking brakes released. Get our yoke back up here. And give ourselves some power, and let's get on out of here. Oh, we got a couple planes there. Couple people ahead of us. Oliver, what's up, man? Well, now that we are rolling, we can go ahead and activate our head tracking. There we go. Just keep in mind, if whenever you see me look left like that, it's because I'm looking at the chat. Oh geez, why is this guy taxiing right towards us? Gosh darn it, FSLTL. We'll get him out of the way. Let me reposition myself here. Oh, okay. So cool, head tracking. Alright. Here is our departure runway here. And we are going to line up and wait. All right. There we are, all lined up. Let's get our landing lights on. Runway turnoffs on. We'll come over here. We will get our strobes on as well, and we are good to go. Well, enjoy the departure, everybody. Heading out of Chicago Midway, going for Nashville. How do I get head tracking? It's an app called OpenTrack. OpenTrack. You can get it right on an iPhone or an iPad, and that's what I'm using, my old iPhone SE from many years ago. Just have it on another stand right in front of me, and it uses the front-facing camera of the iPhone to track your head movements, and then you need to get an app for your PC called OpenTrack, or wait, I lied. OpenTrack is the name of the... Well, I'll tell you guys after departure. I'm going to have to go through my phone because I can't remember the name of the actual app for the iPhone, but give me 2 seconds. All right. Set our brakes 40% power. Alright, releasing our brakes. Alright, and toga. P1. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Okay. Okay, airplane. A little bit of wind, I see. Alright, let's get LNAV and VNAV activated here. Get command on. Alright. Very nice, very nice. Flaps coming to 1 degrees. Flaps coming clean. Mr. Nice Guy, what's up, man? Nice takeoff, thanks, Farmer. Appreciate that, my man. Alright, let's get head tracking off now. The name of the head tracking app is Smooth Track. Smooth Track. I believe it's for both iOS and Android. Not exactly sure. Adam, what's going on, my man? Welcome. Remember, everybody, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button for me. Would really greatly appreciate that. Get this stream up to as many likes as possible. And if you are enjoying the stream, please consider becoming a subscriber. We have a goal of 750 subscribers by, well, we don't really have a definite date of which we need to hit that, but I would like to hit that goal as soon as possible. So if you guys wouldn't mind, go ahead and hitting that subscribe button. You'd really be helping us all out here. I hate the new YouTube update. Yeah, haven't really had a chance to play around with it too much. You're flying a glider, nice all. But yeah, the head tracking, you need 2 programs in it. I'm not sure if it's like I know it's not on Xbox or anything, but you need the app for the PC is called OpenTrack. OpenTrack is the name, and then the app for the phone is Smooth Track. And then what happens is OpenTrack, you need to go into the settings in your iPhone or whatever phone that you're using. It's $8. I don't think I paid for it, man. I think mine was free. I mean, I may have paid for it. I don't know. It was so long ago now. I think it's okay, the new update. I didn't even notice. Is that bad? Is that bad that I didn't even notice? Alright, we're at 10,000 feet. So that means we got to come up here, get our landing lights off and our taxi lights off, and we are up and going, everybody. Lovely. Lovely. Well, I think head tracking is good for content. I feel like every day flight simming, it would just be a bit annoying. This one, so it's kind of a pain when you're a streamer, to be honest with you, and that's kind of where I think I'd rather get Track IR, so you can have the headpiece on and kind of have the tracking system up top towards the monitor, because the head tracking app that I'm using now, it's not so much that it's a pain, it's just the way I have it positioned, it's really best if you have it right in front of you. Like, right in front of you is where you're going to get the best results. And unfortunately, where my mic is, so you guys can hear me, it blocks the camera of the iPhone. And that kind of really can mess up the head tracking. If you notice, it skipped a little bit. So I don't always use it. I use it every now and then just for fun, which is exactly why I used it today. Like I said, it works best in ATS. It just seems like it's smoothest in ATS, even though it's the exact same app that I'm using now. It just, like I said, it seems like it just runs so much smoother when playing American Trucking Simulator, and you know, I don't know what the exact reason is for that, but we are roaring up and going, everybody. You can zoom in on the video when on phone now on YouTube. You can zoom in. Nice. Very cool. And as you guys notice, the donation leaderboard has been reset for the new month. We had quite a little bit of donations last month. We had over $30 in total, like 32 bucks. Like I said, which is what really helped me get the CRJ. The Aerosoft CRJ. So thank you to all of those donors. You are all absolutely wonderful. But we just passed transition altitude, so we need to get in the flight deck here. Set it up. There we go. And let's get some tunes going, shall we? All right. On our way up to 360. One thing I also like about the airplane, this livery, is the interior is completely done. Not so much for Southwest. I mean, they tried with this one. I'm pretty sure the seats were just kind of like a tan color. They didn't really have this pattern on it. They certainly wouldn't have had... Well, no, that's a Southwest Airlines card right there, and they certainly didn't have any form of in-seat entertainment on any of these airplanes, but it looks nice at least. It does look nice. I just hope that eventually they'll be able to make it so we can play with the seats if we wanted to, but who knows. Let's sit right here, shall we? Just as if we were flying in the real world. And we really wanted to get up close to the window and look outside like I always did. Always do. This is ideally where I like to sit on an airplane, is right here, right about here, to look outside. About 43 minutes on this leg left. Not much time left at all. And again, I'm going to repeat it. You'll hear me repeat myself continuously during my streams. Please, everybody, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button for me. Would really, really greatly appreciate that. It takes 2 seconds to hit that like button for me. And if you are enjoying the stream right now, please consider becoming a subscriber. Help us get to that goal of 750. We are so very, very close. We only have 59 more to go. 59 more subscribers, everybody. Please consider hitting that button for me. It takes 2 seconds. And if you have your YouTube subscription set to public, you'll get a nice little message up here in the top right-hand corner, right about here, with your name and a cool little funny GIF there. Or GIF, however you prefer to say it. So please, everybody, if you haven't done so already and you are enjoying it, hit that subscribe button for me. Would really, really appreciate that. Get the stream up to 750 likes, and once, or 750 likes, 750 subs. And once we hit that 750, folks, that means it's long haul subscriber special time, and that will be a group flight. So you guys will all be able to join me on that next one. As soon as we hit 750, that group flight will be scheduled. Not sure what airplane we're going to be using just yet. It'll probably honestly end up being the 787 again. We just don't really have too many. Actually, maybe the A310 will be out by the time we hit 750, and if that's the case, maybe the AnyBuild's A310 will be a proper aircraft to use. But who knows? We gotta hit there first. We gotta get 750 before we start planning any of that. Alright, now that we are starting to get up towards our cruising altitude, I guess I will turn off the seatbelt sign. Give everybody a chance to stretch their legs, walk around, seeing as we are going to be descending in probably about 20 minutes or so, 15-20 minutes to get down into Nashville. But there she is, the lovely Southwest Airlines in that classic paint scheme. This is my favorite, by the way. My favorite livery of Southwest is this one. Just absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love it. Good stuff. And the person who made these repaints, he released it in a pack. I don't know your name. They're on flightsim.to. Just search Southwest Airlines underneath the liveries and flightsim.to, and this one will pop right up. And they all look absolutely fantastic. There's 4 of them. And I'm pretty sure the differences between them are very small. They're not very big. I guess at one point in time, these airplanes had a mixture of the liveries on them. I guess one of them at one point had the rudder back here. The actual rudder itself had the new paint scheme on it, where it was blue up the top here, and then the older one, or the newer, another version, had different winglets too, where they were blue. I don't know. I'm not sure if that was real life or not, but I guess that was something that was present for a little bit on these airplanes. So don't exactly take that as gospel, because I don't exactly know. Hey, there we go. Big increase in likes now. Thank you, everybody. Now we are up to 17. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone. That's what's up. You all rock. You are all fantastic. "37 minutes to go. We are 3,000 feet away from our cruising altitude. Need to go. Have a nice flight and happy landings." All right, Farmer, take care, my friend. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you always stopping by. Farmer, one of the OGs in the chat. He's been here with us for quite a while. So thank you so much, my friend. Take care, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your afternoon or evening. Just finished my coffee. Always a sad thing when you run out of coffee, isn't it? Never realized how much I wouldn't want to say rely on coffee, but how much I depend on coffee. Ain't nothing like a good cup of Joe, man. I start out with it every day. Like I said, starting this new job here, coming up on the 7th, so you might see some changes to the stream schedule, everybody, while I'm getting used to that new position and kind of getting used to the timing of things. Looks like every day I'll be working about 8 to 4, so the Monday and Friday schedule shouldn't really be impacted at all, but that might be per diem because this job does require a little bit of traveling, so I might have to drive to another state and I might get stuck in traffic and all that happy crap. So if that does end up happening when I have a stream scheduled, there may be some rescheduling, opportunities when it comes to that, but other than that, I'm not thinking it should impact the weekend schedule whatsoever. The weekend schedule should stay as is. I think tomorrow, everybody, we are doing some lovely Scandinavian ops tomorrow, everybody. SAS in the Aerosoft CRJ 900. And then Friday, we are probably going to be doing a Spirit, everybody. Spirit Airlines in the FlyByWire A320 Neo on Friday. So really looking forward to doing that one. Haven't done Spirit in quite a while. Thinking about doing some more American low-cost carriers. Like I said, we do Southwest quite often, but only because everybody loves Southwest Airlines one. And just the way their airplanes look and everything. It's just a classic. When you think 737, 700, 800, 300, 400, whatever, I think some of the first airlines, one of the first airlines that would come to mind would be Southwest. And then, you know, same thing when you think about an Airbus A320 or something like that. You think Spirit, you think Frontier, JetBlue. I mean, there's so many airlines that fly both of those airplanes, but you know what I mean. You picking up what I'm putting down? A little bumpy. And I'm going to apologize in advance if you see me using my little back scratcher here. Your boy's got an itchy back sometimes. You want to know what the great thing about this thing is? I love this little design. Look at that. In case you really need to get your lower back. I'm such a nutcase. It's okay. At least I can admit it. Amy, what's going on? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Just cruising at 36,000 feet here on our way to Nashville. 453 knots on the ground speed, so we are cruising. Top of ascent is about 90 nautical miles, like 87. Oh, 113. Wow, okay. I was way off on that guesstimate. Southwest today? Oh, yeah. We tried to do these flights, I believe it was, what, Monday? And we didn't have, or was it Sunday? But we didn't have any success. We had a rough time with the simulator the most recent time we tried to stream Flight Sim, because it would not stop freezing up, it wouldn't stop glitching and crashing. I'm really hoping that we do not run into that problem today. Fingers crossed, everybody, please. No school, what's up, man? He says, hello, a little bit late because I was walking my dog. Now you're going somewhere for some flight. Nice, man. Very nice. Yeah, like I said in the Discord, I'm sorry I didn't stream on Monday. I originally intended on streaming Monday, but I was fixing the simulator still and making sure it was running properly. And then, of course, like I had mentioned, I've started the formal proceedings with starting my new job and everything. So, you know, that required paperwork, required me to do a lot of reading on their material, and, you know, a lot of reading I had to do. So I can go ahead and get started. But that's coming up on Monday, everybody. Monday I start the new job, so absolutely excited for that. Really looking forward to this next stage of my career development. And I'm just anxious to get started and anxious to get going. That's really what it boils down to with that. I don't know if I should fly the A320 or 737 because I already did fly the A320 today. Hey man, switch it up. You kind of want the A320, then fly the A320. Go with what your heart desires for, man. Remember, everybody, if you are liking this stream, liking the tunes, liking me, why does it sound like our airplane is powering down significantly? Just double check. If you are liking the stream, please hit that like button for me. Would really greatly appreciate that. Get this stream up to as many likes as we possibly can. And if you are new here and you are enjoying the stream and want to see more throughout the week, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. Get the channel up to as many subscriptions as we possibly can. We are currently on our way to 750, everybody. We are about to break the 700 mark. At 692, we are 8 away, everybody. Just 8 subscriptions away from hitting 700, and then the main goal is 750. We are getting closer and closer to. And once we hit 750, that means that there will be a 750 subscriber long haul special. And what that means is you guys will be able to join me as well on this one, because it's going to be a group flight. Not sure what the routing is going to be yet. In the Discord, people are suggesting many routes, and like I've mentioned many times on the stream, if you're going to do a flight suggestion for a long haul, it needs to be about 7 hours or less. You know, I'm not going to take an 11, 12-hour flight into consideration. That's too much, guys. You know, people want me to do, I forget what the suggestion was. I think I know what we're gonna do. I think I have that already down pat. But you know, we've had a couple suggestions, like I said, just for some outrageously long routes. And you know, like I said, 12, 15, like some of them are 13 hours almost. And I was just like, I forget what it was. Was it Singapore to Washington? Or something like that. Or yeah, like Houston. And I was just like, gosh, that's too much. That is too much. And I think that's more than understandable, that that long of a flight would be too much. Do you know how to get access to the Boeing 737-400? I do not. I don't believe, at least not that I've heard, that a 737-400, the Classic series, is available for Microsoft Flight Simulator. However, I do know of a lovely 737 Classic payware for X-Plane by IXEG. But like I said, that is for X-Plane, and I don't believe it's been ported over to X-Plane 12 yet. Don't believe so. Problem, Beams, no problem. Yeah, the IXEG is a fantastic aircraft. IXEG 737. Wonderful airplane. I flew the ever-loving hell out of the IXEG 737 when I was flying a lot of X-Plane years ago. Like I said, I kind of got out of touch. With, just adjusting my microphone for a better position here. I kind of got out of touch with X-Plane for a while, just because I found myself having less and less time for Flight Simulator in general once I kind of started my professional career. You know, was really having a hard time finding time for the flight sim stuff, especially for a while there. Am I a pilot? No. Wish I was. Wish I was. When I say professional career, I mean like my day job. My main career, main money maker. Because I do not do this full time. Gotta go grocery shopping after the stream. Gotta go get some groceries. I am out of Italian ice. That is one thing that I always enjoy having in the freezer. It's one of my favorite snacks. And if you don't know what Italian ice is, it's probably known as shaved ice in your neck of the woods. I think Italian ice is a very American term. Top of descent coming up very soon. Let's start looking at our arrival charts, shall we, and see what we need to be doing here. We're going in on runway 2 center. In Nashville. So we need to go down to 3,000 feet initially, which is more than manageable. We can make that work for sure. Definitely make that work with no problem. Am I gonna do another flight? Yep, we have 3 legs today. So we have this one that you're seeing now from Midway to Nashville. Nashville to New Orleans after this, and then New Orleans to Tampa Bay. So this is leg 1 of 3. And then tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow I think we are going to be doing the Aerosoft CRJ 900. So that one should be fun. I love that little CRJ, man. An absolutely wonderful airplane, for sure. And if you haven't acquired, ooh geez, that just whacked the yoke pretty hard there. Just make sure it didn't disconnect the autopilot. Because if you've been watching my streams for any amount of time, you should know that I've disconnected the autopilot on accident many times. Many times. Please, even the cat has done it. Speaking of which, the cat is over here in her bed. She's not behind us anymore. She abandoned us, everybody. No more kitty. I'm sure I can get her to come out of her bed, but she looks like a little loaf of bread sleeping, so we're not going to bother her. We are going to let her sleep away. Remember, everybody, hit that like button for me if you haven't done so already. I would really greatly appreciate that. Try to get the stream up to as many likes as we possibly can today. We are sitting at 22. Holy tamale. Let's try to get up to 30 today, folks. I think 30 likes is definitely doable. As well as if you are new here, enjoying what you are seeing, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications for the channel so you never miss a stream. And you will never be ill-advised as to when I go live. Would really greatly appreciate that. We are getting closer and closer to 750. It's almost like we can taste it. That sounds kind of weird now that I think about it. But yeah, man, the rate at which this channel is growing is just absolutely insane. And of course, I have to thank all the viewers, all of you guys watching right now. Even if you pop in just for a few moments, you know what I mean. When I see somebody new pop in the chat, when I see somebody ask me a question, you know, even if I never hear from them again, you know, that's obviously perfectly fine. But you know, it's just absolutely awesome to know that people are seeing my streams, and the YouTube algorithm is doing its thing, and you know, people are enjoying them, because I'm sure if people didn't enjoy them, they wouldn't be subscribing to the channel. So thank you so much, everybody. Like I said, you guys are really what keeps me going and doing this. Obviously, it's not only my need to want to be successful with it, because I like to say that I'm pretty successful in everything that I do, and once I have a goal, I do everything in my power to reach it. So thank you so much, everybody, again, for your continued support. Well, there we go. We have our new altitude set in on the MCP for our descent, which will be starting in 21 nautical miles. We will start descending into the Nashville area. And just like Nightbot said there in the chat, everybody, if you want to join my official Discord, great community of guys in there, or fellas, ladies, it's a mixture. Great community in there. Everybody loves flight sim there. Everybody chats. There's a lot of camaraderie. People are continuously sharing pictures and videos of their flight sim experiences. And of course, that's the best place. I post my schedule in there weekly, and what we are doing for every stream. So make sure to take a look at the Discord if you haven't done so already. It's the best place to get the most up-to-date information, as I said, about the channel. And yes, I know, in case anybody's wondering, when they look at my stream and I'm flying the 737, the landing gear lever is always showing as in the up position, even though it should be off. And the reason why it's stuck in that position is just the landing gear levers. The one, because I'm using the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke, and the landing gear lever on this yoke doesn't work properly with Microsoft Flight Simulator. And then the landing gear lever on the Honeycomb throttle quadrant works absolutely wonderfully. But it doesn't allow you to put it in the off position. And I'm not even going to try mid-flight, but it doesn't allow you to put it in the off position. Now, if I weren't using this, and I was using the old-fashioned G key, going back to the FSX days, and before we had access to peripherals like this that have landing gear levers on it, you either had a button on your joystick in your yoke that put the landing gear up, and that's kind of what I did. I had the is it Saytech or Logitech? I think it was Saytech then. But I had the Saytech Pro flight yoke. It was the basic one with the green screen, digital screen on it. Why don't you push the throttles to toga when you depart? It's because I have a toga button right here. I have a toga button right on the throttle levers here that you can push, and it will go into toga for you. If you don't have a toga button available, the click spot for toga is right here. As long as you have your auto throttle arm, you see that how the mouse is kind of lighting up right on the screw. So if you click on that, the auto throttle will increase the throttles to takeoff or go around thrust for you. So whenever you hear a pilot call for toga, I mean, yeah, you can advance it up to the position yourself, but a lot of the times they hit toga in the airplane, which I believe, I'm not sure where it is on the actual aircraft. I'm not sure if this airplane had it or not, but anyways, yeah, toga, what that does when you press that button is the auto throttles will take care of getting the engines up to takeoff power for you, and then after that, you're kind of at your own will, getting the engines into climb power most of the time, unless you have N1 engaged. Right under the throttle handles. This. Oh, that's horn cut out. Oh yeah, right there. Yep, so that's where mine is on my throttle quadrant. It's right where it is. Auto takeoff and go around. Yep, you click on that button right there. It will do the same thing, but PMDG has a click spot right here for it, so you don't have to come down here and click it, you know. So right here, or if you're me, I have that same button on my throttle quadrant mapped right to Toga. But seeming as we have started our descent, let's get up top here. Let's get our belt sign back on. Let's hope for some smooth landings today. Insta Gaming, what's up? Welcome. What is this game? This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Absolutely stunning title. Which is absolutely so nuts how far Flight Sim has come in the many years. It's mind-boggling, honestly. It really is. If anybody's an old school fan of Flight Sim, they remember the dark ages. When I say dark ages, I mean the days of Flight Simulator 98, the days of Flight Simulator 2000, 2002, 2004, FSX, and my first Flight Sim, believe it or not, was Flight Simulator 2002. And I went backwards from there. Well, not technically. So I used to go over to my dad's house on the weekends. So what ended up happening was, started with Flight Simulator 2002 at home. And when I would go to my dad's house on the weekends, he had a little PC there, but it couldn't run Flight Simulator 2002. It could run Flight Simulator 98 though, and I found a copy of that at a flea market for $4.99 back in the day. And we had a blast with Flight Simulator 98 for many years. And then he bought a newer PC that could handle FSX, and then from there I flew FSX for many years, both on that PC. Then when I was an adult, I was able to get my own computer, and then I flew FSX on there for another damn near decade. So absolutely nuts. How much time left until landing? You see that up here? The TTG with 14 minutes. It's time to go. So about 14 minutes, my friend, until we are wheels on the ground. But to give you a more accurate measure, that's usually always off. So 1642 Zulu time, or UTC, is when we will be landing. So that's another 22 minutes to go. And the reason why that time to go up there is off is because FlyLiveStudios, I have an eyelash in my eye. FlyLiveStudios is the program that gives you that flight display information up the top there. However, it only, oh god, something in my eye, man. It only it doesn't actually take into account your flight plan that you have set up. The amount of distance and time it gives you is based off of a straight line. So unlike us here, how in our flight plan we have different waypoints that we fly over and intercept, and same thing with our arrival and our approach, the FlyLiveStudio doesn't take that into account. Like I said, it only does it in a straight line. The fastest route, whether it be diagonal, horizontal, vertical, it doesn't matter. It'll give you that straight inline route there, and that's what it's going to go based off of. So when you're doing your turns and getting ready for your approach, and after your departure, when you're flying away from the airport and getting out of the airspace, and you know that 10-15 minutes that usually takes, it doesn't account for it. So that's why you see that there. Remember, buddy, if you are enjoying the stream, please hit that like button for me. Would really, really greatly appreciate that. And if you are new here and you are enjoying the stream as well and want to see more content just like this, I do stream about generally 4 days a week. So keep a lookout for that if you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications as well so you never miss a stream. Would really, really greatly appreciate that. We are chasing 750 subscribers, everybody. 750. We are sitting at 692. Only 58 more to go. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody. 58 more to go. We can do it. I know we can do it. We will do it. We will get there. Morning, Mama. Love you. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, good afternoon, rather. You have a question? I have an answer. This is going to be the last song as well, everybody. When I fly planes on the route, it always stops at the middle. Have you an answer for that? What do you mean it stops at the middle? Meaning the airplane stops following the magenta line? Or the simulator crashes? Or what do you mean stops? The route stops in the middle. What airplane? What airplane are you speaking of? PMDG? Okay. So, the big reason probably for that as why it stops is if you come over here to your legs page, when you put your flight plan in, you absolutely need to go through your route right here or your legs. And as you're cycling through these pages, I mean, obviously you won't see it now. If you stick around, you'll see me program it on the next leg. If you have to absolutely go through these legs and make sure there's nothing here that says route discontinuity. Because if there's something here that says route discontinuity, you'll notice that one of these boxes will be blank. It will not have a waypoint in there. And then it'll say route discontinuity. You need to make sure that's not there and that there is something there. And another thing too is you want to make sure there's nothing that says vectors. If you're flying on VATSIM or anything like that, that's where vectors will come into play. But if you're just flying just kind of like what I do here and flying at your own will and kind of flying where you like, you need to absolutely go through that legs page and make sure that you do not have any discontinuities there, because if you do, the airplane just isn't going to fly correctly. It will fly it as long as it takes for you to get your first discontinuity. Then after that, if you have it in nav mode, LNAV, it will just kind of fly in a straight line. And the airplane won't know where to go after that. No problem, memes, no problem. The first, study level 737 I ever flew was the iFly. The iFly 737-800. And that was a fantastic aircraft, believe it or not. It still is to this day. I was thinking about maybe doing a throwback stream and kind of doing FSX gameplay and seeing how people would like that. And I think the iFly 737 would be the airplane that I would choose to fly on a stream that's themed kind of like to go in line with the old days. take us back to the more simple times. The reason it does discontinuities is if 2 waypoints are too far away, it won't guess on how to connect the two. There you go. Okay. Let's take a look. We are still doing well on the descent. I think I'm actually going to take over using vertical speed to get us down. Start getting our speed down to 250 as well. Going to Nashville, Tennessee. For some reason, the aircraft isn't showing up on the chart on Navigraph. It's saying that it's on, but I don't see it. No big deal. Just making sure that we are going to be where we need to be for our waypoints here, and adhering and following any speed constraints. Looks like we do have a speed constraint coming up here at Wamar and Jenkins. Jenkins, we need to be at 250, but we're already at 250, so we don't need to worry about that. At Wamar, coming up here, at Wamar, we need to be at 5,000 feet and 210 knots. So 5,000 feet and 210 knots is where we need to be at Wamar. And then once we get to Loretta, after that we need to be at 3,000 feet at Loretta. Well, technically Jackson. Yeah, Jackson. At 3,000 feet. So we are coming up on 10,000 feet here. So you know what that means. We gotta come over here, get our landing lights all on and ready to go. Get those on early. Okay. Should have a nice smooth arrival here, folks. At least I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. Okay, let's start getting our ILS information ready to go here. Our final approach course is 21 degrees. Get that dialed in. Come down here, get our nav radio all set to go. We want 110.75. Transfer that in. Okay. Then we will also come down here and we will enable 250 knots at Jenkins. What do you mean? We are at 250. Alright, what was I just gonna do? Ah, yes. Yes, our approach. There we go. Be wheels on the ground any moment, ladies and gentlemen, any moment. We need to start slowing the airplane down to 210 knots. Everybody, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button on the stream. I would really greatly appreciate that. Our goal is to get the stream up to 30 likes today. We are getting closer and closer as well. If you are new here and you are enjoying the stream, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. And turning on notifications for the channel so you'll never miss a live stream. Would really, really greatly appreciate that. And thank you so much, as always, to everybody who has subscribed so far. As I've mentioned many times, you guys are the reason. You guys are what keep me going and doing this every stream. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Your much support from all of you guys really keeps me going through doing these streams, and you know the many aggravating moments that we have with Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've had many of them lately. Just this morning, even. Starting up the stream, OBS was kind of like, nah, I'm not going to work for you today. Yeah, Captain Shaquille O'Neal, oh boy. You know, Shaq, I have to ask you something. I was playing MW2 the other day, and I came across somebody in MW2 whose Activision ID was Shaquille O'Neal. Now, do you play MW2 or no? Just wondering, was that you or was that somebody else? It wasn't Captain Shaquille O'Neal, it was just Shaquille O'Neal. I'm just wondering if it was a coincidence. Because I was so close to inviting that person to a game and being like, hey, are you who I think you are? And I didn't want to have an awkward, you do not yet. Okay, well, then it wasn't you then. Okay. It wasn't you. Alright, so we're good. Never mind. I'm happy I didn't invite him to a game then and be like, hey, Shaq, and have him be like, who are you? Kind of like a mistaken identity type situation there that I'd rather avoid. Where do you find the reserves on SimBrief? If you look at your flight plan and you go over to your fuel information, you scroll down, you'll see something that says FINRES, F-I-N-R-E-S, underneath your fuel counts. That is your reserves. Is this leg 1? Yes, it is. Absolutely. Get the replay tool going here. Traffic. Uh-oh. FSLTL. Let's reset the traffic injection just so we don't have any incursions or any mid-air collisions of any sort that I'd rather avoid, if I'm being completely honest with you. Get approach mode on as well. I would really rather avoid any situation like that, if I'm being completely honest with you. Of course, as would any pilot. Can you maybe show me where it is, because I can't find it? Yeah, man, I'll throw up my my flight plan after after we touch down. We will go through it together. There we go, there's 3,000, which is where we need to be for our altitude. Man, I wish I could get this. I could get the stutters to stop in the sim. It kills me. Yeah, you know, I've been dealing with that a lot recently too. The simulator in general for me lately has just been running very subpar. Alright, let's get our gear down. It's just been running very lackluster as of late, and it's kind of very irritating. Alright. Alright, we're taking over for the airplane. Is it just me, or is the airplane very high? Yeah, we're very high on this approach. This is 3,000 feet is where the chart said we needed to be. And, yeah, we are way too high. Which means we're gonna have to go around. Sorry, folks. That, not sure what's up with that. But, go around power, please. Gear up. Ah, yes, I know, flaps. I'm going, airplane, I'm going. That's why you don't delete vectors. Yeah, I know. Well, I don't really know, I guess. Alright, Horn, you can stop whenever you want. Thank you. Well, sorry about that, folks. We are going to give this another try. I just was not about to force the airplane down like that. Was not about to do that. Let's get our... Well, alright. Old girl said I wasn't... Yeah, right. I kind of feel like she's been saying that a lot to me lately. I couldn't even get this airplane to function the other day, let alone complete an entire flight. So... Can you show me where it is? Yeah, let me pull it up here. So, right here, my man. It's a different version. I'm using what you'd find in Volanta. But, if you look right here, I know it's kind of hard to see. Try to make it a little bit bigger. So if you look right here, here's all your planned fuel. You need to go in the planned fuel option. Right down here, where you see fin rests, that's your reserve fuel, right here. Right in that purple box. So the top of your flight plan right here is where you have all your cost index information, your ground distance, air distance, all that, your routing. Come down here, your weights. Come down here where it says planned fuel, which is on the very first portion of the OFP, and it's right here. Find reserves. You got your trip fuel, your 15 minutes extra, your alternate, and your total reserves there. And yeah, that's it. Okay, get my airplane back on track here. Airplane, why are you climbing? Why are we at... Okay. I should have been paying attention, but I wasn't. Climbing over 10,000 feet here. Right. Well, go around, no big deal. Yeah, you're right about that. You are right about that, Barry. We should have went to Loretta. Loretta was the waypoint we were looking for, not Jackson. There was a 3 nautical mile difference there that probably would have helped us out a little bit. But no big deal. We will come around and try again. We will just have to try it again, that's all. What if you can slip a 737 same with a 172? Probably. Probably, right? Good old go-arounds. We haven't had to go around in a while. It's our first snafu on approach in quite some time. Always happens when I'm flying the 737, though. But yeah, you're right. I'm going to stop deleting those vectors because it's just it just brings us direct to the next waypoint, and, you know, like you said, we need to be on the downwind a lot longer than that, and, yeah, I gotta learn to stop doing that. I just kind of like it because it makes it an easier flow for getting your approach mode all set up and everything. But I gotta stop that. Stop being lazy. Is really what it comes down to. Meek, what's up, my man? 2 center? Yeah, on a go around. Go around to 2 center. Because we were dummies. And, well, we weren't dummies. I was a dummy. And kind of, put ourselves in a precarious situation. That I didn't intend on putting us in, but it happened. Nothing we can do about it now but go around. Give yourself a vector to turn final, yeah. Missed approach, oh yeah. Yeah. A combination of me being lazy and just saying vectors, who needs them, let's just go direct to, and sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. On this particular occasion, it did not work out. Well, let's continue down to 3,000 feet here. Flying into your home airport? Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Welcome home. You got it this time? Yeah, I know. I know. We'll get it. Don't you worry. Watch Rory with 2 left, just a heads up, alright? We'll see if SimBrief agrees. You know, I need to learn to start doing that. Listening to the ATIS before we set up our flight plan, and just so I can tell SimBrief the correct departure runway, because sometimes SimBrief will have me doing some crazy things. You know, taking off into a crosswind, an extreme crosswind in some situations when there was a runway I could have, you know... Look at it this way, a lot of people would have forced it down. You were smart enough to go around, yeah. It depends. If that was the last leg, and, you know, there is one day... there was one day when I messed up the approach big time. And it was in the 7-3, actually. But we had, like, a 5-leg day. For whatever reason, I was like, you know what? We're going to do, like, 5 legs today. We're going to stream for 7 hours straight. And, yeah, it was the last leg. I was exhausted. I was tired. I started streaming at, like, 9 a.m. and it was coming up on, like, 5 o'clock p.m. And I was getting hungry. It was almost like a full day's work, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna put her down anyway. And I'm pretty sure our landing rate on that one was about 400 and change. So, yeah. That's all I'll say about that. I flew from the right seat and got a -18. Sure did. That was in this very airplane. In this very airplane, indeed. We weren't exactly center-lined, but we made it happen. -18. What airline was that? Was that Ryanair? Or what airline were we flying when I did that? I don't even remember now. But yeah, that was a fun one. Yeah, Ryanair. Of course. You know, the days that we fly airlines, right, that are known for having hard landings are the days that we absolutely nail them. Usually. That's how it goes, right? But, let's see. Remember, everybody, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button for me. And hit that subscribe button as well if you're enjoying the content. Usually go-arounds aren't part of the norm here, but in this case it was appropriate and I think we needed to do. Super Mario Brain Cancer 64. I flew a Southwest 737-700 recently, and the pilot was nice enough to let me sit inside the cockpit. It was really cool. Awesome, man. Yeah, you know, I've never grown the courage to ask such a question to a pilot before. I don't exactly know why. I wouldn't really want to say it's because I'm scared. I think it would be more because I want to be respectful to them. And I'm sure they get that question all the time. of can I see the cockpit, and I'm sure they have rules and regulations that they need to follow and everything, and you know, so whether or not they would say yes, I think would be entirely circumstantial. So, like I said, I'm always not afraid, I just don't want to make an inconvenience for them. And plus, like I said, I'm sure there's rules and regulations that are meant to stop them from letting people in the cockpit, I am sure. But I have sat in the cockpit of many airplanes. I think the coolest one I ever sat in was probably the C-130J Super Herc. When I was in ROTC, AFJ ROTC, I gotta get our 90-degree turn in here. When I was in AFJ ROTC, we were able to, and I've told this story a few times now, we were able to have the opportunity to fly in a C-130J-30, the Super Hercules, and because of that, the Colonel Buteau, knew I loved aviation. Obviously, I was in AFJ ROTC, and he was able to talk the pilots to get me inside the airplane for the landing. And yeah, I remember he came up to me, the Colonel came up to me when we were getting ready to land, and he was like, yeah, I got you the cockpit for landing. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah. I said, all right, I'm ready. And it was a blast. An absolutely amazing experience. Absolutely amazing experience. I don't think I could have had any more fun doing that. Especially in a C-130, man. That was just, that airplane just, it was flying so slow, and it was just, like I said, so very cool. And I'll never forget it. I will never forget it, that's for sure. And one of the times I did the C-130 thing like 3 times, and one of the times it was kind of crazy because we had to go around several times when we were landing at Quonset Airport, or Quonset Air Base, as it's considered here. We had to go around several times, and in the rain. It was very rainy that day, and they were thinking about postponing the flight, and that was one of those things that if you were a little kid, you know, getting to do that loved aviation, that had Flight Simulator, that had all that stuff, if you were a little kid and you had the opportunity to go fly on an airplane, especially in school, you know what I mean, to do it as a field trip, like who gets the experience, who gets the chance to do that at all? You know what I mean? Not all my other friends were going on field trips that required you to like do homework during the field trip. Like I'll never forget they did that for a while. You know, and instead of going on a field trip to the aquarium to have fun, and they just gave us textbooks and had us do homework during the field trip. And I can remember we went to Canobly Lake Park one time. It's a little amusement park in my local area here. And yeah, they made us do homework on that field trip, which was just kind of like, come on, man, really? Like, why are we doing homework right now? I thought this was supposed to be done at home. All right, get the replay tool going. And here we are, looking much better on the approach. Let's get our gear down. I'm going to restart FSLTL again, because I just have a feeling that there is going to be an airplane on the runway. Alright everybody, here we go. To my left will be Port View Drive. Awesome. So cool to see someone tell us about the local area while landing into the airport. Oops, I'm forgetting something. I am forgetting something for sure, and that is to add that little doohickey up. 1,000 feet will go my control, and we will try our best to get her on down with no issues. There's 1,000. We're not getting our GPWS countdown. That's probably because it's not set up, because we haven't flown this airplane yet, and I forgot to go into the PMDG actions menu and set it up in the equipment. Whoops. It's probably going to give us like 40 and 10. 40, 30, 20, and then that's it. It's probably all we're going to get. Oh, easy, easy does it, easy does it, easy does it. We are getting very high. There we go. Heh, 100.
50. 30. 10.
251. Awesome. What a lovely example of a landing. Didn't seem like it was 251 though. Just goes to show you how much I rely on the altitude callouts. Alright, well, first approach and landing went to shit. As it usually does. But ouchie ouchie, 260, huh? Didn't seem like it was that rough. But I'm sure the LRM wouldn't lie to us. Alright, speed brake, stowed, flaps. Landing lights. APU. Strobe. Not my best, but definitely could have been worse. I hate that. I absolutely hate the how the airplanes will the PMDGs, each livery will be set up different. Line the center line up your right shoulder. That's a good tip. I definitely rely on the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. I don't understand why it doesn't just stay on all the time when you're landing, why you have to go and select your your altitude callouts and why it only has 40 and 10 on, or 140 and 10, just really doesn't make much sense to me. Why it doesn't just stay on all the time would make too much sense, I guess. Probably because some of the older models didn't have it. Who knows? That's just going to be an interesting replay from the wing view, where you're going to be like, flare, flare, Ric Flair. Runway 13 and 31 is the longest runway in Nashville at 11,000 feet. Very cool. From what I was told, airlines don't use all the callouts. They may use one and not the other, so they try to match delivery with said airlines. Ah. I use it because as soon as I hear 50, that's when I start lowering the power just a little bit and bringing the nose up. And yeah, you can tell I heavily rely on that for sure. Well, we're just going to pick any old gate here, everybody. Not really going to matter. I hit the reset button on the FSLTL, and there are no airplanes here now. Not a one. Totally agree with you. Yeah, I don't know. As soon as I hear 50, it just immediately, it's like muscle. Just close the throttles, start flaring. I don't know. Of all the landing videos I've ever watched, which I've watched probably thousands upon thousands, I've never heard of the landing callouts not being on, or only if some of them. I've always heard them. Amazing to see Shaq on so many smaller channels. We need more bigger channels like him with 3,000 plus subs. Yeah, man. Thank you for being here, Shaquille. Always appreciate you. Always appreciate you stopping by. Let's get our nose right in here. This should be just fine. Okay. Set of brakes, get all of our crap back on, and yeah, get our flaps back down to 40. Yeah, we'll come over here, and we will start the replay. Gotta go eat dinner. All right, man. Enjoy. Maybe wrong, it's just what I was told. I know some airlines have a 5-foot call out and some don't. I enjoy the 5-foot call out. Really enables you to butter her right in. I don't even want to know what this is about to look like. Let's see if we get the same result, though. What was it? Minus 260? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, yep. Definitely agree with that assessment. Yep, minus 253. Yeah, we touched down. That was more than firm. That was big oof. All right, let's get this side. Dirty flappage? Oh yeah. Realistic flappage. My pleasure, man. Just supporting the community that supports me. When life allows me to tune in, I do. If I can't, the power of replay is in full effect. Well, appreciate that, my man. Really, really do. Like I said, I do the same thing. I try to pop into everybody's streams as much as I can. A lot of the times, it's at night. I'll be perusing YouTube, or I'll get a notification that someone's gone live, and I'm like, hey, let me pop in for a little bit. Give them the like, you know what I mean? Alright, this is rough, man. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get us back to the gate. And let's go ahead and get our parking brake set, get our APU gens on, get the bleed on, open, and we can get her shut down. I doubt the jetway is going to work because we are not lined up appropriately at all, and they're all invisible, so likeliness that this is going to work. Yeah, no. I kind of figured that. But alright, welcome everybody, welcome to Nashville. Oops. Yep, welcome to Nashville, everybody. We are going to continue on. Don't go anywhere. Our next leg is taking us to New Orleans. We're going to New Orleans next. So everybody, don't go anywhere. I'm going to throw the Be Right Back sign up while I reload the sim, get our new flight plan all set to go, and update Volanta. So don't go anywhere. Everybody stay right there. We'd greatly appreciate that. Leg number 2 coming right up, going to New Orleans. Alright everybody, I will be right back. Grab a snack, grab a drink, stretch your legs, go around the terminal, visit the lounge, do whatever it is you need to do. Just don't tune away, and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, we are back. Currently sitting Nashville International Airport at the gate. We got everything reset. You can see our jetways connected. We are currently underneath ground power and turnaround state with the PMDG 737-700. If you're just tuning in, we kind of had a firm landing into Nashville to minus 256. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves heading back into New Orleans and see if we can't have any more luck. And I just also wanted to remind everybody to hit that like button on the stream. Our original goal was to get to 30 likes by the end. We're currently sitting, last time I checked, was what, 27? Excuse me. 27 likes so far. So thank you so much, everybody. And then if you wouldn't mind doing so as well, hitting that subscribe button also. So you never miss a beat, never miss a stream, never miss a when I go live. Would really appreciate that. Celeste, welcome. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. Alright, let's get inside the flight deck here and let's get everything all set and ready to go. Let's come down here. We're going to get our origin, of course, is Kilo Bravo November Alpha for Nashville. And then we are heading to Kilo Mike Sierra Yankee for New Orleans. Our flight number is still Whiskey November 126. And looks like we are departing out of runway. Looks like we are going out of runway 2 left. Hey, Geek was right. Going out of runway 2 left. Okay, awesome. And let's go ahead and get the rest of our routing put in. Ryan, what's up, my man? Welcome. Okay, we're going direct to Jalar after our departure. From Jalar, we are going direct to MEI. And then from MEI, we're going on the Rhythm 4 arrival into New Orleans. Last time I saw you was EasyJet Inverness to Bristol. Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago, maybe. Let's go over to our departure and our arrival. We will select that. We're going out of runway 2 left using the Drury 3, or Drury 3 rather. And we are using the Jalar. There we go. Come back and get our arrival all set up now. We're going in on runway 11. We'll take the ILS as usual. You know me, taking the Rhythm 4 and the MEI transition. Okay, let's come over here back to our legs. And yep, here's the vectors right here that Mr. Barry was talking about. In regards to departure, I'll just get rid of those. And we'll just take the departure right out. Well, coming over here to our landing. That discontinuity, get rid of that. Coming over to our landing, looks like we don't have that, so we should be fine. Let's, oh wow, okay. Let's get this over to plan. Now we can come back down here and kind of step through all of these here. Make sure there's no loop-de-loops, make sure there's no craziness. And then we will be good. But just to be safe, we aren't going to follow that. We're going to break off and kind of vector ourselves in, as Shaq suggested, just to make everything easy on us. But that's looking nice. I am happy about that. Over here to our route, we will activate and execute that in. One thing that we need to do is we need to come over here to FS Actions and get our fuel all set up and ready to go for our weight and balance. Simbrief said 2 left. It did indeed. Just got on. I have to play on Xbox. Nice. Were you on PC before? Looks like we are block fuel 13,489. Payload. We want 0 fuel weight. 121,200. Wow, we are heavy. We are heavy. That should be a full load. Ooh, darn close. Darn close. Alright. We're not really heavy, but, you know, we're close to a full load. Be right back. Got to call a trucking company. Alright, man. Sounds good. Alright, let's get GSX going as well and have them start boarding.
Boarding requested.
Now, let's get our perfinite done, shall we? Again, like we said, 121.1 or 121.1 is our zero fuel weight. Our reserve fuel is 2.2. Our cost index is 26, same as before. Cruising altitude 340. Cruise wind 275. 060. Okay, and one limit. Selected
Pilot's
temperature, we'll go
boarding
50. We will do a... Yeah, we'll do a regular takeoff. Get right up to 89% and 1. Go flaps 5, CG, get that populated in. Looking good. Alright. Trim value is going to be 6 point... Get out of here, Yoke. 6.74. 6 3/4. There you go. Should be alright. Let's get our APU fired up now, just in time for the passengers to get on board. Let's get our autopilot all set up as well. Altitude, 34,000 feet, as previously suggested. Go. Our runway heading, that's something that we didn't do actually. Yes, used to play on PC, but it used up too much space. Yeah, completely understand that one, my man. Completely understand that. I don't even want to know. I'm probably at 500 gigs at this point, maybe a little bit. No, maybe not. I probably got 350 gigs between all my airplanes and everything. Get our charts all set up here. Go.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
Right. Awesome. Charts are all set up now. Sorry about that. Runway heading on 2 left. It should be right around 2122 degrees. 2 left. Where are you? There you are. 21. All right. And our V2 plus 10 is 145. Okay, excellent. Let's get our auto throttle armed. Flight directors will arm. Auto brakes to RTO. Let's get our transponder back on here. Come up over top. Let's get our APU gens on now. Get our bleeds on. Or our packs on, rather, and get our bleed on. There we go. Bring this up to APU gen. Get our seatbelt sign on now to auto, seeing as everybody is starting to get inside the airplane. Cruising altitude, like we said, is going to be 340. And our landing altitude is 4 feet. Okay, so we can leave that right at 0. We should be fine. Get our yaw damper on now. Window heats will come on. Probe heats and hydraulic pumps will stay off until we are ready for push. And we are pretty much all configured and ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. We just gotta wait for our passengers to board and our baggage guys here to finish putting everybody's baggage in, and then we will be good to go for another leg. Heading to New Orleans. Hi everybody. Hope you're having a great day. A fantastic Wednesday. Up to 29 likes on the stream, everybody. We only need one more to go to reach our goal of 30. So if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. Also, if you are new here and you are enjoying the stream, enjoying what you are seeing, enjoying me and my ridiculousness, please consider hitting that subscribe button for me and helping me out. Our goal is to get to 750 subscribers. We don't have a definite day of when we'd like to reach that goal. I kind of stopped doing that a while ago just so I don't set myself up. But are we getting gumbo on this flight? Maybe. If you ask nicely. Maybe Geek can provide you with some. But yeah, if you haven't done so already, everybody, please hit that subscribe button for me. We have a goal of 750 by the time we, that's just our next goal. 750 is our next goal, and we are nearly there. I think we only need 56 more, so we are getting closer and closer. We're nearly there, so if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button for me. Would really greatly appreciate that. And what's up, Bidness? What's going on, my man? And we hit our goal of 30 likes. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody. Quite a hot stream today. We have tons of people in here. Absolutely insane. Thank you so much, everybody, for the attention. Maybe we'll break 700 subs today. Who knows? Fingers crossed. We only have about 16 more passengers to go. You can kind of see them glitching through the jetway there, or at least we saw one of them. Let's see, there they go. Their heads zooming on by right there. Gumbo. Alright, they just need to finish with their baggage. We're going to pretend that the flight attendants are going to start going around making sure everybody's buckled while they finish up with the baggage. And then we'll be all set to go, folks. Good old GSX, yep. Look at the jetway. Look at the wheels coming up off the ground. Alright, that's it. Everybody has finished. The passengers are all on board. 67% done with the baggage loading. Looks like this gentleman here only has a few more bags to go. Why does he move like that? You notice that? He backs up very strangely. Watch when he backs up. Oh. Looks like Elvis. Like he's moonwalking back. Like Michael Jackson. Look at the moonwalk. Here we go. Oh, yeah. My goodness. My goodness, folks. Sorry that I am a whack job. Although I never claimed I wasn't, to be fair. But they're going to be finishing up with the loading the baggage on any second. Hey, look at that. We have another airplane. Looks like they just took off. Either that or they're going around. Let's get back inside the flight deck here and get everything ready with us. Give everything the once over here. Our trim is set. Brakes to RTO. Autopilot is all good. Overhead panel. That's all looking great. Everything is looking good. Packs are set. Altitude is set. Altitudes are set. Yeah, APU's running nicely. Set to APU Gen. We are pretty much ready to go. I mean, the only thing that we can do is come over here and set this to cool for everybody. Oops. Boarding completed. Awesome. So now we just need to wait for these lovely gentlemen to back away from the airplane, which they are doing very quickly. We'll come down here to the PMDG FS Actions menu. We will close the door. We will come over here to ground services. We will release the ground power unit and the wheel chocks. And now we are ready to go for the pushback, so we'll come up over here to the GSX menu. We will prepare for pushback and departure. We'll come up over here to the overhead panel. We will get our fuel pumps switched on, we'll get our window heats switched on, and we will get our hydraulic pumps switched on. Now, I did hear, and I would like to know if somebody can clarify this for me.
Hello, Captain. We are ready
The
for
hydraulic
pushback.
pumps, do we not turn those on until we are done with pushback? I thought I heard something about that if the hydraulic pumps are on when the tug goes to hook up to the nose wheel, when they turn the nose wheel for, you know, positioning the aircraft essentially, the hydraulic pumps need to be
Departure
off.
checks
Is
completed.
that true?
Bypass pin inserted.
Because in all my years flying 737s and sims, I've always turned them on before push, so I might be doing that out of order. We gotta get our packs off too.
Locking gear.
Alright. I mean, we need to go to get to 2 left. We need to push back out into our... Looks like our right is going to be the best option.
Release parking brakes.
Alright, let's go everybody. Let's start this baby up. Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, engine 2 over to ground. Have a look. Start valve is open. N2 rotation and 1 rotation oil pressure. Needle is starting to rise. Lovely 25% N2. We will initiate fuel flow and get going. We'll go over to the wing view and have a listen. Alright, sounds like engine number 2 has come up rather nicely. We're getting a lot of choppy frames and stutters, man, all of a sudden. We never used to have this many problems. Engine number 1 coming to ground. Start valve open. N2 rotation and 1 rotation oil pressure starting to rise. Yeah, Shaq, you were just saying that you were having issues as well with the stutters. And I don't understand where it's come from all of a sudden, but...
Set parking brakes.
Alright, sounds like we have a good start of engine number 1. We'll set our parking
Waiting
brakes
your
for them.
confirmation for a good engine start.
We will let them know that we have a good engine start as they are wanting.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
Come up to the overhead, get our engine generators on, get our packs back onto auto. Isolation valve will come to auto, APU bleed will come off, and APU will come off. Taxi lights will come on. We'll get our AC source over to Gen 1, and we are pretty much good to go. We will come over here to our wing view, this one rather, and get our flight control surface test performed.
Unlocking gear.
Okay, flaps will come to 5 degrees.